Hi guys. I just wanted to record this after field training tonight, partially so that I can have it forever and you guys can kind of see what the benefits of field training are and what my takeaways from tonight were. Um, there's three major takeaways that I've had tonight. The first one is enthusiasm, enthusiasm, enthusiasm. If you think that you're bringing enough enthusiasm to your demos, you're not. I thought I was, and I'm really not. That's probably why I've been struggling a little bit with all my work lately. 'Cause like September was a much better month than October has been so far. Um, but Chris changed all of that today. Like he brought maximum enthusiasm, maximum effort to that demo. He didn't even know what was gonna go on with this demo. He told me later, he was like, she was a tough sale. This lady was a tough sale. 'Cause she wasn't really like super enthusiastic about it. She's like, I don't even cook. And I was like, wait, what? I've seen her cook. Like I was so confused. But she actually wanted to get the homemaker, so that was like an incredible thing for me. First homemaker I've ever sold, so that was like just crazy for me. Um, Second thing is don't go into a robot mode. Um, so I'm finding that Chris kind of like oscillates between like his voice goes up, his voice goes down, he gets loud, he gets quiet, he gets like soft, and then he's like, "Yeah, yeah, Mr. Nasty," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, that's crazy cool." And it's like, "Yeah, yeah, I like the butcher knife too," and so there's that. So get into the habit of reading your manual word for word, but also being very aware of how you sound because that makes a huge difference too. Um, so me, I've noticed that myself, I've been like, woo, versus Chris was like, yeah, and then right. So you don't like these old common knives, these nasty common knives that are like unsanitary and gross, but we love our Mr. Nasty. So sorry, I'm shaking this a lot. But so that's like number two, don't go into a robot mode. And then number three really is just like with your closing, kind of tread carefully. Like I've been a little awkward with my closing. I've been like, so what do you think about the homemaker? And then it's like absolute silence. And then they're like, nah. I'm like, okay. So it's just it's like a tough thing to go with there. So I'm actually looking at my notes again just one more time for you guys. And of course, anyone who wants to talk to me more about each point that I'm going over here, please message me. Like, I want to talk to you guys about this. This is awesome. Um, Another thing is like maintain a conversation with your client, not just talk at them. That's probably something that I've been failing with is I'm kind of talking at them more than I'm talking with them. This is again, you're trying to get them to invest in something that they're going to use forever, but they may not have the same value to it as you do, especially if they're not holding it in their hand right that second. Like they're not seeing all of it in their hand right that second. They're not cooking an actual meal with it right that second sometimes. So, because this was a virtual demo, so it's really important, like Chris is always saying, build the value. Well, how do you build the value? You don't build the value by talking at them about the presentation. You build the value by actually being a part of the conversation and having them be a part of the conversation with you. So you want that. So always like that is something that was new to me that I didn't really notice quite so much that I was like kind of confused about before. Um Chris asked them to bring the knives anyway for the demo. Like he asked this lady to go grab the knives and I was like that sounds a little strange. But then he brought it into like the whole thing, he was like, when he got to the knives and he was talking about the actual knives, he's like, okay, so, you know, check out your straight edge and then look at the image of our Cutco Double D. Now you see how that's going to work 100% forever and ever. So that was something that was cool. And then later on, he was like, when you ask if their knives have gone dull over the years, go ahead and ask them to kind of define what knives they have. Like, oh, what brand of knives do you have? And how often do you sharpen them? And what kind of edges do they have and stuff. Um, that's something that I haven't been asking because it's just like I didn't think about that. And this really opened my eyes of what I should be thinking of and what kind of conversation I should be having with my clients rather than like a weird conversation that's like a weird conversation where I'm just talking to them, like talking at them, not talking to them. So again, always talk to your customers, not at them, because it helps build that value. I think that's probably what really closed the sale tonight is not Chris being like super enthusiastic and crazy and doing the whole demo for me because he has like the experience to do it. It was more literally building up the value in such a way that this lady actually made a connection to each one of the knives and each one of the uses of these knives, even though she doesn't even cook she could still relate to it, to each and every one of the knives to a degree. And ultimately, it sold a homemaker. It got me my next promotion. And I had a fantastic night. Chris even got pumped up. So it was awesome. So again, my three takeaways, like just summarizing them up again. Enthusiasm, enthusiasm, enthusiasm. Don't be a robot. Oscillate between like be the AC voltage source. So you're going to oscillate up and down, up and down, up and down. Be really, really pumped up and then get a little bit quiet and then really pumped up again and then a little bit quiet, but still positive, but really pumped up. Um, rather than just one straight level because they're going to just go numb to that one straight level. And then three, of course, have a conversation and definitely ask questions and ask more questions. Like, kind of pause through your demonstration and have more questions with them versus talking at them and different things like that. And then, your transitions, just bring enthusiasm for all your transitions. So field training is not a joke, guys. It's really going to help you. I just sat there, watched Chris do the demo and took notes and listened to him do the demo and took notes. And it's got me more pumped up than ever. I'm so ready for the Olean push now. Guys, do field training before the Olean push is my biggest advice for you tonight. Um, Go out there and sell knives. Have fun. Do field training. Have a great night.